We're here on the Isle of Wight in Cowes. I'm going to be doing some litter picking here with the folks from Nosy Creative Agency. Let's go and ask some people why they live on the Isle of Wight and why are they picking up litter here. Let's go. And what's your name, sir?
Dale Howarth.
Dale, thanks for talking to me. So why are you here on the Isle of Wight?
Just love the island. Moved down with my parents many, many years ago. Just love the island. You know, I travel around a lot on business. Cannot wait to get back. Just get back to the island. The pace just slows down. Just love it.
So I mean, so you have a business here, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
What's it like running a business here on the Isle of Wight?
It's good if you play to the strengths of the island. So, you know, the island has immense business opportunities. So, you know, networking events, not simply things like this, but many others are a great source of contact. But actually, the island makes you very efficient because unlike other areas, when you go to the mainland for meetings or for conferences, exhibitions, you can't waste your time. You know, you're there for a specific period of time. You've got ferries to contend with. So it makes you quite efficient. You prepare better and you debrief better on the way back as well.
I meet with a lot of young people or hear from a lot of young people that say there aren't opportunities here on the island and that, you know, it's a bit dry and old and boring. What do you have to say? You're an accomplished man. You've got a successful business. What do you have to say to those young people that think there aren't opportunities here?
It's certainly harder on the island, but I think, you know, if you look for them, the opportunities are there. I think the island also has a great entrepreneurial spirit. And therefore, young people with that drive, dedication and talent can really form something great on the island. And the island is a great incubator for that.
We're here today picking up rubbish for Nosy. And so I'm guessing you kind of care about the community and how it looks and the ecosystem. Why are you here picking up rubbish?
I'm here because it's nice to come out and be out and meet great people like you and so many others. So I think that's good. It's nice to give back to the community. You know, we live in a very privileged place. The island has quite a unique and delicate ecosystem. If we don't look after it, then it won't be there for my children, my children's children and many generations to come. So we have a duty.
What's your dream for the Isle of Wight? What do you, if you're in complete control, absolute power, what would you change? What would you bring here?
Gosh, that's a difficult one because you get into so many controversial topics of, you know, fixed links and don't even get started on the ferries and so on. So it's a difficult one. I think it's a balance because, you know, we have somewhere that is unique, somewhere that is a great incubator for entrepreneurial spirits. It's a great attraction. You know, you've got so many centuries of history on the island. So it's keeping a delicate balance between that and you know, developing commerce further. Not just as a tourist attraction, but in many other areas as well.
Last question from me. Favourite restaurant on the Isle of Wight? Don't think about it, just say it.
It depends what mood I'm in. So if I'm out for a walk, Finn's in Sandown, absolutely brilliant, absolutely love it over there. Funny enough, recently we went to Valentino's in Carisbrooke, it hasn't changed a lot in the last 30, 40 years, but it was something from the past. It was traditional. It wasn't trying to be something it wasn't. The service was excellent. The food was absolutely brilliant. And I'd certainly go back there again. So it depends what mood you're in. I mean, I travel around a lot, you know, conferences, client meetings all over the country, you know, right up into London. And we've got friends that live over in Essex. You know, they come to the island. They are blown away by not only the range that's available, you know, it pretty well caters for any taste. The scope of what's available in terms of choice. You know, if you want pub dining, there are a lot of pubs that you can dine at. If you want to sit by the seaside and look at the amazing views, whether that's, you know, Totland, Colwell, Sandown Bay, you know, you've got so much choice again. If you want fine dining, some great places, Robert Thompson and so on. So, you know, you just don't get that in other places. You really don't get that. And you know, as I say, when friends come over, they are blown away by the choice that's available and the quality as well. You know, I can't remember the last time I had a bad meal. I've had things that maybe weren't quite to my taste, but there was nothing wrong with what was prepared. But I can't remember the last time I had a bad meal. Everywhere I go, the food is superb.
Why is that? Why do you think we have such a incredible food culture here on the island?
Yeah, I think it's a couple of things. I think one, you know, entrepreneurial spirit. I think we have some great entrepreneurs that have a passion for dining or hospitality because much of it associated with maybe pubs and smaller restaurants, even cafes, hotels. So I think there's that. I think also on the island, you know, we are reliant on local trade. So whilst the summer months bring tourists over, as soon as you move past the summer months, and that season seems to get shorter every year now, you are reliant on local trade. So you cannot afford to deliver bad food or bad service because people have a choice. They'll just go somewhere else. It's a spot. And on the island, of course, word gets around really, really quickly. So something's not right. You'll soon hear about it.
Yeah.
So the island's a great place.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, and irrespective of what you like. You know, there are multiple places that cater for pretty much any taste on the island. great place, great place.
I'm Richard.
Richard, what are you doing here on the Isle of Wight?
I work here and I live here.
So what are you doing right now? Picking up some litter?
Yes, of course, because I'm part of Nosy and we do rubbish networking, which is like a little get-together of like-minded businesses that want to just go pick up some litter and help clear up the environment.
Brilliant. Amazing. So what's your experience of living here? Have you ever lived anywhere else apart from the Isle of Wight?
I actually haven't, no.
Why do you care about sustainability then? Why is that important to you?
It matters as a whole because it affects everybody. If we look after our planet, the planet looks after us. That's ultimately, in a nutshell.
You've lived here, your entire life?
Yeah.
So you must kind of like it. What do you say to people that are like, oh, the Isle of Wight's rubbish?
I think you need to make a larger effort to tap into what the island has to offer. Because there is a phenomenal amount of culture, activity, and energy on the island. And of course, like-minded businesses like ours who want to do something good for the planet. And if you're eager to make the most of it, then I think that's where the island energy lies.
What's your dream for the Isle of Wight then? If you could, see some things change or something come here, what would you like?
Like you've just said about some of the smaller audiences, perhaps younger people that don't see the potential of the island, I'd like to see that harnessed. I'd like to see something like the way we see Bristol and cities like that, university places where there's a lot of culture and arts in Liverpool. I'd like to see that on the island.
You've got a pretty cool job. What do you have to say to those people that are like, there's nothing here, there's no opportunities?
Go and find it or make it yourself. That's good, mate. Make it yourself. Like if you think that there's not something here, either connect with people who are like-minded and make it happen. That's, I think, where the real challenge is. And it is hard to do, but it's worth doing it because, you got to find your tribe, haven't you?
Last question from me. Favourite restaurant on the Isle of Wight? Don't think about it, just say it. You're thinking about it?
I thought about it.
Oh, what is it?
Tapnell.
Tapnell?
It's the cow.
We know a little bit about the cow, don't we, old boy?
I love the burgers. It's just the classic. Yeah, straight up. You can't go wrong with simple ingredients done right. Sourced responsibly.
Thanks, folks. Thank you, Richard. Goodbye. We're here on the Isle of Wight, and we're here with... April, why are you here on the Isle of Wight?
I live here.
And why do you live here?
Because I can't leave. It's too expensive.
That can't be your answer.
No, it's a lovely place to live. It's, there's not a lot of places that has access to, green space, beaches. It's just full of nature and it's just lovely. So
you're quite into your eco stuff, you're the sustainability angle, and living on the island, we have lots of areas of outstanding natural beauty. For you, that must be quite nice.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm very much into sort of walking, so just being able to go out, it's literally on our doorstep. It's such a privilege to be able to do that. I mean, there's a lot of people, especially kids, living in cities that don't even see simple things like farm animals. Like, we see that every day.
If someone doesn't like the island, what would you say to them?
I think just find something that you enjoy. If the Isle of Wight is not a place for you, there are other opportunities over the sea. But I think the Isle of Wight has a lot for people here, especially if you are sort of an outdoors person. Yeah. There's a lot of sports, lots of leisure things.
So we're picking up rubbish today. Well, I've not done much picking up, if I'm honest. Oh, thank you. So, why are we here picking up rubbish?
We need to keep our communities clean. It's not just for people, it's also for nature. It's a behaviour thing as well. We're quite close to a school, and if younger generations see that the older generation is actually respecting and taking care of their environment, that hopefully they'll learn to do so as well.
So what's your dream for the Isle of Wight? You obviously invest quite a lot of time here by picking up litter and you care about sustainability. What's your dream for the Isle of Wight?
I think for a lot of people, for it to sort of grow, better economy, more jobs, and more opportunities for younger people. And I think we are slowly getting there, but we're not quite there yet.
You've got a pretty cool job. All right, you work for an agency, it's a creative agency. A lot of people don't realise that this type of stuff exists on the island. What would you speak into someone's life if they are under the impression that there's nothing here for young people, like a young person looking for stuff? What would you have to say to them?
get out there, talk to people. There's lots of networking events. There's lots of memberships that you can get into, talk to people, connect with people. Simple things like just connecting with people on LinkedIn. Everybody knows somebody, and if it's not that, there's apprenticeships out there. The college on the island is really good at connecting people.
Last question from me. Don't think about it. Just say it. Favourite restaurant on the Isle of Wight?
I don't know. I don't really eat.
You don't eat. We're supposed to be supporting a local economy.
I don't know. The Bargemans.
Bargemans is a fine answer. Thank you very much. So appreciated. Ottilie, why are you here on the Isle of Wight?
I grew up on the Isle of Wight and I'm currently working here, and it's just lovely to be here. So, yeah.
So what is it you like about the island?
Oh, I love the sea. Yeah. I love the beach. I love being able to walk along the beach all the time. I like to surf. I like to swim all year round. Well, not very well, but I like to go when I can. I just love the island in general, just mainly because of the beach, I think. Yeah.
I think I hear a lot from young people that there's nothing to do here. There's not a lot of opportunities. You're quite successful. You've got a cool job and you've come to this amazing networking event. You're meeting cool people. So what do you have to say to those people that say that there aren't any opportunities here for young people?
Well, that's a really difficult one because, I do think the island does lack opportunities, but I think things are ever changing. I mean, especially for creatives, things are really heating up. You've got organisations like Creative Island, Isle of Wight Creative Network. They're doing amazing work to create a more sustainable place for young people to settle down here. The problem is we lack nightlife, which is important for a lot of young people. We lack job opportunities. So I think, we're making changes, but overall, when you're here, it is a beautiful place. It's a bubble. I'm going to London this weekend and it's like, oh my God, I'm leaving the Isle of Wight. No, I'm getting on the ferry. But it's a beautiful place to live and we're very lucky to be here.
So tell me, if that's the case, then what would you choose to change? Just say you had absolute power. What would be the first thing that you change on the Isle of Wight?
I think just investing money into finding jobs for young people, and not even just young people, people older young adults as well. Just those opportunities, those training opportunities. I think I know a lot of people that just can't find jobs here, and that's horrible. And then they leave because they can't find it. Yeah. So. Yeah, and I think also I guess it takes those young people to move here, to invest in those cooler places. I mean, you look at seafronts and you just want there to be cool bars and cool surf shacks and stuff. And that's what I want here. Down Cowes seafront, there could be amazing opportunities for cool places for young people to go. So
what would you love to see here?
I think that would be amazing to have a university here. Bringing new people that want to settle here. I want to see Newport less empty. I want to walk down the high street and there'd be cool boutique shops and there'd be more there's quite a lot of coffee shops, I guess, so you can't really say that, but there's a lot of closed spaces and I guess there's just not enough money for people to be building up in these areas because there's nothing for them. So it's so hard to say what you would change about the island.
It's more of an attitude, isn't it? If we had a London buzz here but it was on the island, do you think that's kind of what we're trying to kind of sum up here in this conversation?
Yeah, definitely. I always sort of would say instead of a London buzz, I want a Cornish buzz.
Oh yeah,
that's good. Yeah, I love Cornwall in the way of that it's populated with young people. It's still very beachy. There's still a lot of quiet areas, and I think that's great. I think it's lovely we've got quiet places that aren't populated. But there's places for people to go out. There's sky bars where you can go to events in the evening and by the beach. I think that's amazing. And I just think we lack that community on the island. But saying that, there's a lot of community as well and amazing things that happen.
We could be the next Cornwall. We could be a very small Cornwall, do you think?
Yeah, of course we can. Yeah, definitely.
So why are you here picking up rubbish then? I mean, in your free time, you're here in the mud and the grey, picking up rubbish. You must really care about this.
Yeah, I mean, I love sustainability and, I work at Building 41 and Nosy are upstairs who organise this event. So I love getting involved with things that they put on and I love their efforts towards sustainability. So, yeah. And another reason is that at Building 41, we really want to work on our sustainability, continue our efforts. We're actually part of Green Impact, which is an online toolkit developed by the Students of Sustainability organisation. And it's a toolkit online, anyone can join, it's free, and it's a load of tasks that you can complete to basically improve your sustainability. Yeah, it's kind of like B Corp, a little bit less, like little bit more like emerging, which is great. And you can get silver, bronze, gold, platinum. There's an award ceremony. Yeah, there is. Yeah, we do a Building 41 in like March. We do an award ceremony. So currently we're sitting on a silver, which is great. We've got like 200 points, but we're basically just trying to get more. And one of them is to take part in a litter pick. So I thought, why not do it? So yeah, and it's great. It's very rewarding. So I'm enjoying it.
Last question from me. Don't think about it. Just say it. Favourite restaurant on the Isle of Wight?
Oh, that's really difficult. I spend a lot of time in Frampton's in Bembridge just because it's my local and it's great food and it's a nice vibe. Yeah. There's probably a lot more, but oh my god, the salt and pepper squid and the brie wedges. Yeah, and rosemary fries, super good.